Good evening. Today was such a beautiful day. The evening before morning. It was really, really, really great. Although I forgot to one step, and it was recording my morning podcast. And so many lessons came about today, starting with last evening. And last evening I just put it in my mind to just do everything. Like, don't think about it, just do everything. And do all of the priorities. Just be a doer right now. Just lock in and do. And not think about tomorrow. Set your mind on things above. And really just go through the journey and focus on that, and everything else will take care of itself. And so I just did it. I didn't think about what time it was. I didn't think about what it looked like. I even carried that in my day. I didn't care because I ended up going to rest later, just kind of like today or this evening. And even with that, just accepting the lesson that goes with that. And that lesson is try to start a little earlier, like maneuver some things around. Like, okay, it was learning time. I mean, not learning time, it was electronic time for God Strengthen, and I could have been listening to the audio. Like just being open to, you can use God Strengthen's learning book because he has the law in it. Like, read it, or just go read to God Strengthen, or just better adjusting my evenings to not affect my body the next day. Because I still did my work. I done every last thing but my morning podcast. But it took a pushing. It took a dying. Because my body felt it, right? So that's my only thing when it comes to the evening, finishing up my evening routine. And I'm just being super vulnerable right now, and I plan on continuing to be that way, to receive these lessons, to go through the journey. And yeah. So I made sure that I filled up, right? Done everything. One thing that I started with was yesterday I was running up the stairs to, well, not really running, but like moving very quickly, like a light jog up the staircase to go get something for God Strengthen, so I could hurry up and take him to the splash pad to play, and I could have got back. And it just wasn't, it wasn't the splash pad, I apologize. Playing in the, with other children by the house garage. And so it wasn't it. I ended up hitting my toe, my big toe, on the staircase, and it was real. And I just had to breathe. But when I got up, like from breathing, God strengthens, like, mommy, what happened? What's going on? I was like, I just hit my toe, but it's a great lesson. No need, we do not rush. We do not rush for anything. Slow down. And so, just taking heed to the lessons. And this is the main lesson that I dealt with everything this past 6 months. I mean, I caused myself to go into a whirlwind because of this one lesson. Just slow down. We don't rush. Relax. If it's ours, it's going to be there. If it's not, then it wasn't ours in the first place. And I just took heed to it. So when I was typing my account last evening, I was reminded, because I was trying to do everything else. Everything got pushed back. Got back in the house about 8. Had to freshen up dinner. Cooked and ate with God strengthened. And by this time, it's like 8:50. Needless to say, not needless to say, the whole point of me bringing that up is because I was rushing trying to finish my account, and I wasn't able to put everything that I wanted on there. And so I just heard as I was typing, we don't rush. I'm like, man, you're right. I gotta stop doing this, because I actually enjoy doing my account. I actually enjoy it because I see the lessons and I can pay the price of attention and not do them again. And so that was my lesson. Pretty much what I told God strengthen is the lesson that helped me. So it all comes down to time management and organization, and putting things prioritize. And honestly, if I would just stay on the priority that I had set at hand, I would never get off track. So the next beautiful thing was reading the laws. And the laws is coming so much to life to me, because I got reminded what to put in the law. And so it was who God created, not who I created. Who is that? Raphael Mikisms. That's who God created. And so I'm like, well, how do I put Raphael Mikisms into the law? That was my question. And I'm like, you be Raphael Mikisms. Okay. Who is Raphael Mikisms? And I asked this question in stillness. And so I seen right away just a visual of the name Raphael. And I'm like, what does that even mean? And I forgot one part. I seen this big, bright white light, but I didn't want to use that because that is pretty much what we've been taught an angel look like. And I wanted God to show me who that is. Like, who is Raphael? And so next was the letters, and I'm like, what does that even mean? Why am I only seeing the word Raphael? That don't even, what is that? And so immediately I get reminded of like the lines in my hands, and reminded me the creases and the lines in my skin, and how my skin go together beautifully. And I remember hearing Abba, those are the words. you were put together with the words of God. I'm like, man, I'm the Word. Want to know what to put into the law? Me, the Word. I'm like, oh my goodness. Now I know clarity will continue to come, but it's just amazing to be reminded that I am the Word. And so, next was understanding the cycle that I put myself in, because I was on fire so much this morning and last evening. And usually the pattern, the cycle that I put myself in is good one day, challenging the next. And it kept going on and on and on and on and on until I look up, and now I'm in the point where I'm like, okay, I'm getting frustrated with myself on the journey. So last evening, it was reminded of me. I mean, it was reminded to me that that is where I put myself, and I knew I had a choice, because yesterday was a really good day, and I had a choice, because here's what happens. I'll go through the whole day on fire that second day, and then something towards the evening will pop up, and I will change my whole way of how I looked at life. And so in that moment last evening, I'm like, all right, I'm not doing this. I am going to stand on who I was created to be. And sure enough, here comes the test. And I had a choice. And this time, it was something that I used to really despise, which is being exposed in front of the team, when I felt like it could have been in the house. And because of hiding the darkness, it's like, no. And it was so cool to be asked, like, are you okay? You got something to say? Yeah, like, I'm gonna do my part. I don't care. Like, I'm gonna still do my part. I'm here. I'm in this. And to not allow that to change me was so amazing and so fun to see the Beatitudes coming through me. I was thinking about that document today. Like, I just want to read all the documents, the main ones that I have right now, every day, every morning. And I'm going to do it. I want to accomplish that. I want to do it. And not just read them, but I want to meditate on them. I actually want to know. I want to know. I want to know so I can go do it and be it. One of the instructions on the game, one of the games for the teams was the challenge is to find God within you, God's image within you. And I'm paraphrasing. Find God's image within you. And bring it outside of you. I'm like, yeah, I'm coming. I got it. I'm coming. I'm gonna know how to do it. I'm gonna do this. And I remember being in this mindset a couple of months ago. And actually, that's when I totally dedicated and devoted myself and accepted the challenge at the time and did it. It just happened. So, my goal, not my goal, I'm going to stay here and I'm going to keep improving. And my next lesson was when it came to my mom. It wasn't necessarily about my mom, and it was more about not wanting to tell someone the truth. I just heard the truth about this. Not wanting to tell someone the truth because you may think that you may hurt their feelings. You see, I want to say it's a sin, but I don't want to put it in concrete. But either way, it's not a way of God. And and that's kind of what I reflected on this evening as I was talking with her and telling her that I'm not going to help with her items how I said I was because I don't want to sell. Like when I want to get rid of something, I just get rid of it to who I here to give it to. And that wasn't the case here. It was more of like wanting to sell it because I owned it and I want to get a profit for it. I want to charge someone for it. And for me to be in the middle of that, it's like I'm in agreement, and I don't want that. I don't want to be in no agreements that's outside of God. And I had to communicate, but what I wanted from myself was to communicate it fully like how I just did, but not saying, oh, I'm just not able to do it because, working. And no, I don't even want to do that. I don't even want to hide behind work. I don't want to hide behind God. I don't want to hide behind nobody. I just want to say, hey, and it was a great lesson to reveal to myself to do it now. Do it. Now you know what it looks like. Do it. That's it. I understand. Okay. Go do it. Like, it was just a beautiful moment, and I don't regret it. It was a new level of things, and it's a new level because it's important for me to die to old customs, patterns, and behaviors, and dedicate and devote myself to be a living investment, a living vessel for God to come through. And if I'm holding on to these agreements, I gotta move on. Like, I gotta go. And yeah. Wow. I just received. What's next? What is next? So I'm excited. It's time to break these agreements. It's time to move forward. And so the next I want to say this to myself after just realizing that. And the huge lesson that I got was, don't give up yourself. Don't give yourself another option, or you won't take it. I left those agreements there as options, open doors, and it's not what it is anymore. It need to be communicated. Next lesson was meditating on who I am. That's the one I talked about earlier. And because I was able to do that for myself, I was able to guide and train and lead. Train and teach God's strengthened to do the same for himself today. It was such a beautiful moment, and I'm grateful that we did it. learning who is God strengthened, what does God strengthened look like. And you don't have to wait to talk to Abba. You can talk to him right now. You don't have to wait to talk to Mother. You can talk to them right now. Be still and know I am God. And it was such a beautiful moment. I was so excited for him. And I received that when I was listening to the audio last evening. And it dawned on me that what came from the meeting the evening before, this morning, and to be exact, Jophiel led it, and she was talking about going within before you can go without. And for anything, if you want to know how something works, you have to go within anything to know how anything works. And so what I got from that was take God's strength through impartation and manifestation. Who do you see within who do you see within you when you see yourself? And that was the beautiful part. What's so real is that now I'm looking at my lesson from this morning, and I had an opportunity to pass another level of the test. And it's okay, it'll come again, it'll come around. And I typed down, no need to satisfy anyone else. This journey, these meetings, these videos, these recordings, etc., is to develop me. It's for me. And so that was the beauty of what I learned. And so another thing was my interview I went on today. It went super well. I started off with I started off before even going in, deciding to be Raphael Mikisms. And so right before I went in, I was like, I either go in as Raphael or I don't go in at all. And so it reminded me of the time I went to Louisiana for my grandpa who changed clothes, and I couldn't go down there, couldn't go to Louisiana as Kizzy. I had to allow Raphael to come through. I had to. Because if not, I wasn't going to go there as a good deed. And it was real. It was real, and obviously they had to tell me that, they had other candidates there, about to interview. And the most beautiful part about it was I understood, but I still won because I allowed my glory to shine, to be. I didn't think about it. I knew every answer I was going to tell him. I knew everything that I knew how to answer him before he finished the question. I was literally me. And that's how I was the victorious and triumphant one. And my goal is to I'm looking forward to having that all day. And then after all day, all week, after all week, all month. And just keep going. And it don't have to take long. And then the next part was talking to Princess Lexi. It was super beautiful. She just reminded me of go to another level of doing your work. Keep going. And that took it up a notch. I made the best spaghetti video ever and it tasted so well. And then lastly is the lesson about when you come to God, you feel like you can just do whatever and it could be forgiven and wiped clean, and it can. But if you keep doing the same thing, you have to pay for that. You have to grow up. And so that's what I realized about this part of the journey and what was being told to me today. That is where I had to choose to continue to be Raphael or be who I created. And the simplicity of I owe God. Like I do. I made this agreement with God and I didn't hold my end. That don't mean that it just wiped clean because I had to get myself together. No, I still have this agreement. Like, no, we're gonna do this. And even if it go past the agreement time, I'm gonna give God back what I said I was gonna give God. And so that is the last and final lesson of the day. And I just want to keep growing. And I just heard choose to keep growing then. I'm going to choose to keep growing. And I'm super grateful to be here. One thing that I want to remind myself about is remember to speak. I didn't do a lot of speaking today outwardly. Besides, well, you could say I did do a lot of speaking outwardly. I was very slow to speak, quick to listen. But I know that my speaking can go to another level. And one more praise report. I'm so grateful that, me just doing my part, I've seen how it can affect others. Me just spending time on the priorities that I was given by Abba, I was able to help another teammate see another job application that they can put in at a very great spot, very great company that is a necessity. And so it was just really good to see, like, this is how you bring Raphael to the table, but you couldn't do that if you don't even bring Raphael within me to even put into this realm, into this world, into the law. And so that was the beauty of it all. So keep going, Raphael. It's important that I be me who Abba seen me to be, and not who I created to be. And so, yeah, had a great one. Continue and going to keep doing more and more and more and more. Love you, Raphael, my kisms. Keep going. Keep going day by day. Every step of the way. Don't think about it. Just do it. Okay? Everything will work out. Do everything that you can to submit and obey every moment, every priority, every second. Just do your part. Everything will be great. I love you.